In the previous video, we expressed the theory that there could be a difference between the nature of Eleven's powers and one's, not only in the intention and purpose of these when they have been used, but also depending on which hand they use to amplify them. In case you haven't noticed, Vecna's left hand is different from his right hand, and we're not talking about a poor service at the nail salon. No, they're completely different. While his right arm and right hand are unmistakably human, and in fact they are the most normal and almost intact part with respect to the rest of his body, his left hand is noticeably larger, elongated, thin, with a monstrous appearance and at a high degree of decomposition. There are many magical artifacts in the world of D&D. One of them is called the Hand of Vecna, which is a dissected left hand with malevolent powers. In Stranger Things, Vecna uses his left half-claw, half-hand to torture and kill his victims. In the final episode of Volume 1, we see one killing innocent people by channeling his powers through his left hand. After establishing these facts, we think we can safely assume that any combination between one, Vecna, his left hand and his powers will never be good news. Also, there is the fact that one channels and amplifies his powers by invoking negative thoughts and memories, and always for destructive purposes, so it's a no-brainer. That hand must be destroyed, but it may not be that simple. Eleven learned this technique from one, but it was insufficient to be able to defeat him. However, in the moments in which one began to end Eleven's life, she was able to remember the moment of her birth, her mother's face and her voice saying, "Jane, I love you." This positive memory, perhaps the only one Eleven had at that point, helped her in some way, first, to resist one's attack, and second, to have a clearer vision of her powers and how to use them, helped her to be stronger than one, defeat him, and apparently create an alternate dimension to our reality in the process. According to D&D, to attune to the hand, you must lop off your left hand at the wrist and press the artifact against the stump. The hand grafts itself to your arm and becomes a functioning appendage. If the hand is ever removed, you die. All this has led us to formulate and speculate the following theories. 1. Could this be the only way to destroy Vecna permanently, that is by removing his left hand? 2. Perhaps the reason why we don't see Eleven use both hands and use her left hand for the first and perhaps only time in the series in what seems like a new battle against Vecna is because something would cause her to lose her right hand. And if this was the case, would it be possible for Eleven to put on Vecna's hand to destroy him? It would be interesting but maybe unlikely, since this would condemn Eleven to carry the hand of Vecna for the rest of her life, since as we said, in the world of D&D, whoever puts on the hand of Vecna and then loses it, would die inevitably. 3. Seeing Vecna using his right hand is perhaps just an indication that in that scene he is no longer in his realm, but in reality where his left hand is no longer useful to him. Because let's keep in mind that yes, we see that he kills people with his left hand, but this happens only in the minds of Vecna and his victims, never in the actual world or reality. 4. We don't think seeing 11 besides the door to House Creel is a coincidence. Stay tuned for more upcoming theories.